Oh, yeah. Conor McGregor, yeah. It's your time. It's your time to be represented on my platform, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I rock with you if you rock with me. Remember, subscribe is the vibe, man. Your boy got both. He's consistent, all that. We on the road to 4K. Humbly. It's time, man. We all know McGregor's coming back. So we got the Champ, the original documentary about your boy, Joseph Vincent. I can't wait till McGregor come back. He's one of my favorite UFC fighters of all time. He's up there with Izzy. He's up there with Anderson Silva. He's up there with John Jones. I don't care what anybody says. Nurmagomedov. Yo, McGregor's just box office, bro. Just undisputed fact. I'm talking about this dude could disappear for 2 years, come back with one fight, and get a title defense. Not title defense, but a title shot. Because he's him. This dude walks in, and you got 1 million people from just Ireland following him. Forget the U.S., just Ireland alone, bro. So we gonna react. We're gonna check out my boy documentary. They have to do him right, man, because it's Conor McGregor at the end of the day, man.
Hails from Dublin, Ireland. Here is notorious Conor McGregor.
The sport of MMA has introduced us to many great warriors, but none quite like the notorious Conor McGregor.
If you want to look at a man who has clawed his way, fought with every ounce of his being to get to where he is, you're looking at him right here.
Born in Dublin, Ireland in 1988.
Growing up where I'm from, there's two things you were known for. You were either good at playing football or you could fight.
He trained at the local boxing club, winning the amateur Dublin boxing crown.
But then I met a guy who was doing jiu-jitsu. Tom Egan, his name was.
Tom Egan, John Kavanagh, and Conor. When the three of those people collided, I knew it was going to be success.
John showed us a different approach to combat sport, a different way of thinking.
The life of an MMA fighter is not a glamorous one. Fighting in front of small crowds for little pay, in hopes of someday breaking into the mainstream.
I told them by the time I'm 25 years of age, I will be a self-made millionaire through this game. And my father laughed in my face at that time.
For most, the career is short-lived and often doesn't end on the fighter's terms.
Damn.
Yeah, because the Irish thing is to get into a trade straight away. I was no different. As soon as I finished school, I was always getting pestered. What are you doing with your life? You're doing this, doing that.
And then we're going to be a plumber, I'm sure. Yeah. Like I heard you were working 12-hour days, like driving 2 hours one way.
Yeah. You know, I was on them building sites cold and damp, and I was like, that was not me.
Conor chose to commit to a future in fighting, one that his parents scoffed at. From the start, Conor flashed the personality that would endear him to millions of fans around the world.
As far as my family were concerned, as far as my mother and father were concerned, I left what was a safety net of a trade as a plumber to pursue a career in fighting.
It's the choices you make in life, bro, that determines it all.
As far as they were concerned, I was just getting into a cage and fighting with some other guy. They didn't know nothing about it. No one did, really. But I knew. You know what I mean? I knew.
The realest joint is just like when you watch someone just pick something, and they always say like, yo, just pick something, stick to it, master it, and reap the rewards. But too many times people quit before, people quit when they reach adversity, or people quit whenever they fail. And it's like, bro, failing is a part of the process, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like school trains us to feel like we're going backwards whenever we fail. But failing, there's so much lessons and value in that shit, bro. When you watch this dude, he could have been a plumber. I beg your pardon? A plumber? The notorious Conor McGregor could have been a plumber, but he's just stuck to fighting? Bro, it's the decisions you make in life, bro. Stick to your gut, man. Follow your passions, man.
I just saw the other day, I think you were recognized the fifth most recognized athlete on earth.
They must have miscounted. I'd say I'm number one in athletes. Personally.
Sheesh. Sheesh.
What he lacked in skill and experience, he made up for in tenacity and ferociousness.
Mixed martial arts is basically the purest form of unarmed combat known to man. It involves all disciplines, all combat disciplines: boxing, kickboxing, wrestling, taekwondo, karate, jiu-jitsu. It's just a pure combat.
Conor would face off against unbeaten top 10 European fighter Joseph Duffy.
They were both quick. I was learning my craft, figuring it out.
Again, Conor's lack of experience showed.
That was a very sharp shot, but it looks like he could have got a fast submission.
I lost in 30 seconds to a knee bar, and I lost in 39 seconds to a head and arm.
And he tapped him. That was a very, very fast submission there. He landed some good shots, split the eye of Joseph Duffy, but then got caught in a submission.
You learn your craft as you go. You face defeat like a champion. When he faces defeat, he puts his head down and grinds. He dedicates his entire life. That's what champions do.
What got me to where I am is an insane work ethic.
A lot of people think they can do what I do until it's time to do what I do.
Conor would take the lessons of defeat to heart and continue to remove any holes from his game.
If I could describe it to people, it's like entering a car crash. You're going into a car crash, the shins are bare, the feet are bare. You can strike with the elbows, the knees. It's a vicious, vicious game.
He would not lose another fight for 9 years.
Sheesh.
2 hits of the gavel, and that was it. It was over.
The most rewarding thing about like being a fighter, bro, you'll train for like a month for a fight, and you could literally win that fight in seconds. So it's like all that training just got you the easiest check of your life, bro. Of course, you never want to be on the losing end of getting your ass beat, but like, look at this, bro. You can train for a month and knock a dude out in 30 seconds, cash out, on to the next.
Conor's got ferocious power.
That left hand. That left hand will sneak you, Mike. Binks!
His style was tactical aggression, a relentless, crowd-pleasing assault of unconventional kicks and precision targeting.
For your winner by TKO victory from Dublin, Ireland, notorious Conor McGregor!
That's my 10th MMA win. 8 of those are first round TKOs and KOs. All my wins are by knockout. Give me the belt. Give me the belt.
For the CWFC Featherweight Championship of the World.
Give him the belt.
From Dublin, Ireland, here is notorious Conor McGregor.
Do you think you really earned the shot at a bona fide world title? And he answered back, yes. How many people do I need to knock out?
The main thing to succeed in this game is to either be me or fight me. Everything else is peanuts.
Read through the rules. Listen to one side. Listen.
3 rounds for the featherweight strap.
Boom. Perfect timing.
Conor McGregor in the grey. Dave Hill in the white.
Well, McGregor is going to be so fired up here, I think you could probably hit him with a truck, and he'd keep coming.
Good head kick.
One of the things I'm blessed with, I have many shots in my arsenal. I have many moves. I can box, I can kick. I have many different weapons in my arsenal.
Oh, lovely jumping switch knee from Conor McGregor. The variation started to come.
Oh.
Moving to the back. Is this going to be his first ever submission victory?
Give him your back, it's over. Give him your back, it's over.
There it is. It is all over. Notorious Conor McGregor is victorious. Here in Cage Warriors, he wins the featherweight belt.
I have never seen anything like
some
this.
extreme Thrilling scenes here in Dublin as we are showered with celebrations. A fantastic performance.
He is now the first Irish-born fighter in MMA history to win a world title in his hometown of Dublin, Ireland. The new featherweight champion of the world, the notorious Conor McGregor.
Machina's completely out of it. What a spectacular knockout.
What a performance.
Lepto.
Against a very seasoned opponent.
He would win Cage Warrior titles at both lightweight and featherweight. The first European to ever do it.
Has obviously fueled you on, and you have said that your goal is to get into the bigger organization. Do you think the call is...
Yeah, I'd hope so. I'd hope so, yeah.
Next fight will be...
I don't know, we'll see what happens, you know what I mean? Just keep positive and, again, keep believing, keep training.
Eventually, you put in the performances, you put in the work, you put in the hours, and the UFC brass take note, and then you get the call up to the big show.
The success and personality of McGregor caught the eye of UFC president Dana White.
The UFC is the premier organization, it's number one. There is no other organization where you can make a sustainable living.
Conor was tapped by the UFC to fight Marcus Brimage. His dream was coming true.
The fight game, an Irishman in the UFC was literally, and I mean literally, laughed at. We were laughed at. I was laughed at when I said we were going to get to the UFC. Myself and my team were going to get to the UFC.
It was one of the rare occasions that I felt a little bit nervous. You know, it's his first time. I remember like holding the banner over, and he walked over to me to ask for a little sip of water. He took a sip of water, handed it back, and said, "I feel no different. It's just another day for Jimmy."
Marcus Brimage, Conor McGregor, and here we go. Out of Conor's 12 wins, 11 are knockouts. Conor with an uppercut there, Kenny.
That left hand. Oh, nah.
Game over.
Intruder destroyed. Intruder destroyed.
The knockout would net McGregor a $60,000 bonus.
Just last week I was collecting the social welfare, you know what I mean? I'm not out there.
Conor McGregor's energy and personality are as gripping as some of his mixed martial art holds. The Dublin native's popularity exploded in this country last year with his MMA feats, and that has led him to being the most searched sports personality on Google in Ireland throughout 2013.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC featherweight division.
Conor's just so relaxed, man. It's amazing. This is his second UFC fight, very high profile, and look how calm he is in there.
His style was tactical aggression, a relentless, crowd-pleasing assault of unconventional kicks and precision targeting.
He throws it with no wind-up. You see he's throwing these kicks, there's no switch, there's no step. Look at this wild stuff. Jumping, switch kick.
With a dominant performance here tonight in Boston against Max Holloway.
Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, the notorious Conor McGregor.
Okay, man. You hear that? That's not normal, man. It's crazy.
It's one thing to have social media followers behind you, bruh. Even people from your neighborhood. But it's different levels when you got a country behind you. Like, when you got a country supporting you, bro, everywhere you go is blockbuster, bro. You can only imagine the energy in the Coliseum during his fights.
I don't think anybody realized it would be such a big event. We did a 8-page pullout that week. Imagine doing that for MMA. It certainly wouldn't have happened last year or the year before.
Well, just like any sport, personality makes stars, and Conor McGregor certainly has plenty of star power.
It wasn't long before the UFC put Conor on pay-per-view.
Fans, this is the main event of the evening.
Do you think it's going to take you long?
I don't see him getting out of the first round, to be honest.
Okay.
There he is. He's not the best looking guy. I'm not, you know what I mean? But I wanted a better looking opponent, but it is what it is.
McGregor. Oh, what he's kind of just in range, but
boom. Boom. That left hand.
Just in for McGregor. This could be it.
It's all over. Conor McGregor is victorious. The crowd go absolutely wild. Declaring the winner by TKO, the notorious Conor McGregor.
It was a clean sweep for the Irish. I said it last year. We're not here just to take part. We're here to take over.
I speak the truth. I've spoken about Dustin's weirdly shaped head. He has a P-shaped head.
His bold trash talk and over-the-top antics made him stand out among a crowd of exceptional athletes.
That's not going to be good. You know, I'm going to crack him with a jab, and he's going to wobble, and I'm going to put him away early. It's going to be a first-round KO. Mark my words.
His ability to back up that trash talk with results would make him a global icon.
It is. It's personal and it's business. It's a grudge match. I don't like this guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC featherweight division.
I thought he wasn't getting in my head, and he might have been. You know, looking back at it now, I don't know. I wanted to hurt him. I was aggravated and mad all the time. You know.
Don't get me wrong. I like the kid. He's a quiet little hillbilly from the back ass of nowhere. You know, I've nothing against the guy. You know what I mean? I'm sure he grew up in a circus or a fair. You know, he's a nice little kid. His cousin's probably named Cletus or something. I don't know. He's a nice kid.
A lot of times I would find myself like being angry at him or thinking about him. I'm not fighting.
Man, they have been on each other's nerves for weeks. 90 seconds in.
He just got clipped.
Right in front. He's talking to him. Oh, yeah. Hands at his hips.
It clipped him right behind the ear.
No. Jeez.
Just like that.
Wow. That's the real deal, ladies and gentlemen. Make no mistake about it. Conor McGregor is for real.
An entire country is standing on their feet right now.
And he really did just make it look easy. He said he would make it look easy. He made it look easy. That's the real deal.
He said first round.
It's a fine line between charisma and obnoxious boasting. One McGregor seemed to walk effortlessly. He has an indescribable quality that makes him the biggest draw in the sport.
Wow!
That
was cute.
Conor shake my head.
Dennis Seaver.
See how calm Seaver is through the whole thing. Stare down. It's one of the reasons that makes him.
Jeez.
Dennis Seaver is getting busted up. And Conor McGregor is making a very strong argument that he is as special as he says he is.
No.
The angles that McGregor is able to utilize are outstanding.
This fight is seconds away from being stopped.
Back. You got nothing left in the tank.
That's it.
It's all over. Conor McGregor stops Dennis Seaver.
Was McGregor tore over the top of the cage, went right down into the front row, got right in Aldo's face. Aldo looked at him and smiled.
Aldo's enjoying this. This is awesome.
His resting heartbeat never changed at all.
Oh, he's got a beautiful smile on his face. He knows he's going to make a lot of money with that kid.
Yeah, and I go home now. I'm eager to get home to my island as well.
Your island? You mean Ireland? Yeah, it's mine.
You can't walk down the street now anywhere in Ireland without being known.
So, of course, very disappointing to hear of Jose's
injury, the pound-for-pound #1, everyone wanted to see that fight. A lot of drive behind
With
it.
5 UFC victories, Conor was next in line to battle Jose Aldo.
145 for Mr. McGregor!
But Aldo was injured in the lead-up to the fight.
When I look at Conor, I see dollar signs in my bank account. You know, Conor, I match up horrible for this guy. Conor, do you know what wrestling is?
I could rest my balls on your forehead.
Yeah, I know.
So instead, Conor was pitted against Chad Mendes, a world-class grappler for the interim world title.
Although we are known as the Fighting Irish, in boxing terms, we have a rich history in boxing, but not in mixed martial arts. True fighting, a full fight. We had zero history, zero impact. But where I come from, we're not supposed to climb to these heights. We're told that. It's instilled in us. And I wanted to break that mold and pave the way, open up paths. Now my nation's flag is on the UFC belt. They released a new belt.
The questions remained. Could Conor's flashy and dynamic striking style hold up against a wrestler of Mendes' caliber?
Yes.
Mendes tested Conor early.
Yeah, you can cut him up too.
Taking him down multiple times in the first round and opening a cut over the Irishman's eye.
Beautiful right hand. Tell you what, Conor McGregor can take a punch.
He sure can. He also holds his hands really low.
McGregor not only persevered, he retaliated. Mendes had taken his best shot on the ground, but McGregor escaped.
If you're in the game, make sure you're in it all the way, all in with it, and then that game will be your game.
Boom, perfect timing.
Binks.
I'm only young, Tony, you know, I'm still learning the game.
Yeah.
And I don't claim to know it all. But what I do know, I know it damn well, you know, and I'm continuing to learn and continuing to push on.
Them body kicks. That left is dropping everybody. That left is sleeping, dude.
The new interim UFC featherweight champion of the world, the notorious Conor McGregor.
There's very few human beings that will ever get to feel the love and support that you have from the people of Ireland. It's humbled me. I'm blown away. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
The gold belt is what I want. The 2 gold belts. I was a 2-weight world champion in the previous organization. Now I'm on the big stage at the UFC. I want that featherweight belt and I want that lightweight belt.
There's no doubt that this is the biggest featherweight matchup ever in history.
The way Conor got in Aldo Alvarez's head throughout their matchup, and this was one of the biggest fights in UFC history, right? So these guys went on a world tour promoting this fight, traveling. Like I'm talking about, these guys stayed in the same hotel. They did countless interviews together, literally, just on the same stage, having to talk about the fight, and Conor's just being a pest. He's finding all little ways to get in his head, doing irritating things, taking his belt away, taunting him. And I was just like, yo, bro. It was like watching a bully his younger brother, bro. And for this fight to be so highly anticipated, Alvarez, like Aldo's nothing to sneeze at, bro. This dude just got inducted to the UFC Hall of Fame. I think he was on a 20 fight win streak. He went like 6 years dominating the lightweight. Was it the lightweight or the featherweight? Probably the featherweight division. So Aldo, he's known. He's nothing to play with. But Conor was like, all right, don't press your button. All right, which button not to press? All right, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, just. I wish it could have been a rivalry, but I'll never forget that, bro. Conor was just him.
The dream fight against Aldo was finally on.
that was the first time that anybody ever really disrespected Aldo. Because Aldo was the man for so long.
Aldo hadn't been beaten in over a decade.
This is the main event of the
It would be the largest event in UFC history.
I thought Aldo was going to win. Back then, we didn't know much about Conor, I feel like, at that point, you know?
Undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world.
25-1.
Jose Aldo Jr.
And the same way he got in Dustin Poirier's head is how he got in. Here we go. Like what?
Jose Aldo's the perfect example. Aldo was so out of composure. Aldo charged at him.
Binks. Binks. And he even hit McGregor.
Is the new UFC featherweight champion of the world. Oh, unbelievable. Oh my God. Unbelievable. The first punch he threw.
The stunning knockout was a statement win for Conor, who was now unquestionably the face of the UFC.
I change your bum life. You fight me, it's a celebration.
I'll beat you.
When you sign to fight me, it's a celebration. You ring back home, you ring your wife. Baby, we done it. We're rich, baby. Conor McGregor made us rich. Break out the red panties. We're rich,
What
baby.
I can say about Conor is it's made him wealthy very quickly. It's made him talked about more than maybe any other fighter in the UFC right now.
You know, I don't have a problem with Conor. Even though I didn't do much talking, I tried to have my actions do my talking for me in the octagon. But when you listen to the guy, he's actually pretty smart.
You're a star among stars.
Man knows how to sell a fight. He's Conor McGregor, and this is the thing, man. When it comes to superstars, some people think it's your skill, it's your talent, it's your preparation. There's so many things that go into becoming a superstar. There are great players, there are great athletes, there are stars, and then there are superstars, bro. Conor McGregor shakes the room. You got to be able to sell the fight. There has to be something about you. Yeah, because talent is cool once in a while. You know what I'm saying? But we all see talent. But when you throw in the talking factor, like you're able to grab a mic and sell a fight, you're able to talk shit, be clever, be witty, be funny, be arrogant at the same time. You get people behind you. Because you're either going to deal with fans that want to see you get knocked out, or you're going to deal with fans that just want to keep seeing you back up what you've been preaching about, bro. So this is part one of the Champ Conor McGregor video. Man, yeah, this dude, like I said, one of my favorite all-time UFC fighters. He's right up there with Izzy. Like, he's just him. I don't care how many times he loses, he's just him. Like, his prime, his peak is probably one of the greatest peaks you've ever seen in sports combat ever. Like, you can match it with Tyson, bro. And if you think I'm dragging it, you just watch the video. You tell me. You feel me? To go up against a dude who hasn't lost in a decade, who was 25-1, and you knock him out in one punch for the belt? Man, listen. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I rock with you. You rock with me. You know the vibe, man. Hit the subscribe button one time, man. I'm gonna post up part 2 later, man. I don't want my videos being too long. You guys get it, man. But till next time, man. Appreciate you guys. Mamba out.